John.
Nate.
This is awesome.
Here it is, and we can finally discuss it,
We've
right?
been sitting
out
on
loud.
this secret forever. So what is this? How did it come about? And eventually, I think we should need to talk about how it's different than the regular Black Cat.
Yeah, it's just nice to be out in the open now and not have to hide behind all the curtains and dark places and talk about this.
Exactly.
But this is the new first mod shop amp that we've released.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a Mark Sampson basically took our Black Cat, and he went in and he Mark Sampsonized it.
Samsonized it.
Yeah, Samsonized.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I think what's interesting about this, and I just sort of thought of this now, is that if you think about sort of like what his intention was in the very beginning, even with the Masters company and then early on with Bad Cat, right? Mm-hmm. He was taking the AC30, right? And he was like putting his own spin on it. And if you think about it, those early AC30s, they had tremolo on them, right? Mm-hmm. But the DCs and the early Black Cats did not. And so I think in some ways, this might actually be closer to kind of what he was trying to do in the very beginning, was to create a better AC30. I won't say better, but different.
Yeah,
different
his
AC30.
take on it.
And
I remember you saying something about like once you guys, had got together and after just a lot of talks and, the excitement of coming back to the company, that he just started looking
everything.
At everything.
Yeah, he wanted to kind of understand where we were, because we were hell-bent on just working together for the next 10 years. Mm-hmm. And we got together and he wanted all the schematics. He looked at our transformers. He's like, I came from the transformer business, right?
Yeah.
So he looked at our transformers. These are fantastic. This is great. I want to design with these. Mm-hmm. And this gave him an opportunity to do that, right?
Yeah.
So he took the Black Cat, just everything we had. He looked over the schematics, kind of looked at them and went, well, okay, they've evolved obviously for 20 plus years, 25 years. And he decided, I think I got an idea for this one. Mm-hmm. And so he, with my permission, he tore it apart and then handed it back to me. And I thought, it's different enough and interesting enough and good enough that it deserves to see the light of day.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure exactly how to do that, but we came up with this idea that previously to do this mod shop thing where over the years we've been taking different models and we mod them for me or for different players. And now we can just kind of bring those things to the general public and people can play them and try them out themselves.
Yeah, it's one of the things, as soon as I heard this concept of the mod shop, as long as I've known you, you've always been one to just continually tweak the amps, and even just, not necessarily in a way where, now it's way better. It's just like, hey, I did this thing and it's kind of different than what it normally is, and now that has a place to live, as opposed to like, gosh, should we completely change the Black Cat line? Gosh, should we completely change this line or whatever? And so now these different takes on these, it's almost like playing cover tunes and doing a different version of it.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. The original Black Cat back in the day was very raw sounding, right? Kind of like the era is, where it's aggressive. And so I noticed over the years, if you just sort of step back, we kind of refined everything and made it prettier sounding and more refined and polished. This, I think, is quite polished sounding, but it definitely has a bit more, of this.
Yeah, so we're going to take a few different guitars and we're going to play this amp, and then at the end, I think it would be cool to do an A-B comparison between the modded Black Cat and then a standard Black Cat, because I don't think this negates the existence of the other, because there are some things about the original that you might go, I kind of like that, for what I'm doing, right?
Sure.
Well, since I got it already, Telecaster's first up. So at the beginning, I played the little thing I played that was more on a clean side, but this thing actually gets a really great. Now, for those who don't know, what is the cut knob actually doing? And go ahead.
It is a high frequency roll off in the power section.
Okay.
So.
So as you turn it down, it gets brighter.
Correct.
And that's different from a presence knob.
Which gets brighter as you turn it up.
Right.
Well, it's a different place in the circuit, right?
Different place in the circuit.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So if you want that really bright, there's a reason why a lot of country guys love these amps, because they spank.
They spank.
But you can go to channel 2 and let her eat and get her really great. And there's some chug, 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 chug in there. But also, that same sound, I'm gonna move to the neck pickup, and maybe just a little brighter, you get kind of a little bit of a Stevie Ray thing.
See, that is to me, that's like the quintessential Bad Cat, right? Because it's got low end without being tubby, and it's got top end without being shrill or bright, too bright.
Is spongy the right
I think
adjective?
so.
Yeah, because that's what it feels like to me.
Forgiving.
Yeah.
Like, I got you. I got you.
Exactly.
You messed up. It's cool. I got you.
And what I mean by that is that spongy forgiveness, cool band name, by the way.
Yes.
Is when you're playing, there's like just enough gain to make kind of those raked notes sound like it's like kind of like its own
Texture, as a texture.
Yes, that's a good way to put it. So cool.
Now, which is unlike the era, which to me is not forgiving.
No, the era tells everything.
That says you messed up, and we're just going to talk about this right now and show everybody what you've done.
But then the trade-off for that is that every little articulation that you
subtle.
get, and when you're in the zone and you're locked in and you're playing great with that amp, like that amp, it's almost like a giant condenser microphone on a great vocalist.
That's exactly right. That's a great analogy. Yeah. Every little thing that you like, for instance, Mateus Asado came by our shop and he played the era, and it was a thing of beauty. It was a shocking thing to see.
Oh, yeah.
Because every little subtle thing that he did with his hands just sort of came out.
Yeah.
Whereas it would have been hidden on something else, right? You wouldn't have noticed it as much.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, let's try something with humbuckers. Heritage, H150.
That's it. That's the sound.
It's got chug to it.
Well, and note articulation, right? Which is the trick. You get that much gain, and you can still hit those crazy chords like you can play, and I cannot.
Yeah. Well, so let's hear it on the clean thing. Actually, you know what? No, it's not. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna turn the volume down. That's usually a good test for a tube amp. I'm gonna put it on the middle position, turn my volumes down.
Woo! Passed.
Cleans up.
There it is.
Cleans up. What does it sound like on just the clean? Can we get in like a kind of a jazzy thing?
If you must.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably hard to pick that up, but that thing is just like, it's moving my pants. It's like,
Yeah, there's a lot of really clearly defined low end that has punch, and these are EL84s.
yes.
So did this mod increase the output? Did we say that already? Or?
Yeah, it's a full 30 watt now, whereas before the old Black Cat was 20 watt.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a situation where you're like, I don't need all them watts. Matter of fact, I can't use all them watts because maybe I'm playing where there's kind of a volume war on stage. Maybe the old Black Cat is the way to go.
Yeah.
Although this one's pretty awesome.
It is.
Yeah. All right. And here, just for fun, really quick, I want to see how airy this thing can get. I'm gonna turn my neck volume down. Usually on 2 humbuckers, getting that nice airy sound is kind of tough.
Should we add the water tower?
Yeah.
I feel like you got lost there for a second. Was just
did.
kind of deep in that Which
I felt like I was
cool.
in like a Anheuser-Busch commercial. You know what I mean? When you got a thirst. Anyway, let's do another guitar. That's a tune like I would play on a Sunday morning, like for like an intense building kind of thing. And what I like about that kind of tone is that, like by itself, you might think, I don't know about that, but that marries really well with another guitar player.
Or keyboarder.
Yeah. And
Keyboarder?
So, yeah.
The guys, keyboarders.
Keyboardist. Yeah.
Oh, it's an ist.
Yeah. But that sometimes you need a tone that is, especially if you're playing rhythm stuff, that's not saturated in delay and verb, and that kind of cuts through with a I don't want to say pointed mid-range, but something that's a little more of a bump, right?
Its own little space.
And then if you pick lightly with it, you get clean. And then you move to that bridge pickup. Start to get a little growl, a little hair in there.
Yeah.
But also on this P90, it sounds awesome too. What does it sound like with some dirt? That was all clean. Likes the volume knob.
It does. It does.
That is very important.
I backed off the gain there just a bit to kind of, you get a little more, kind of like a, I'd say like a, what's it, like a JTM 45 versus a Plexi kind of sound, right? Or
Yeah, it's it is a perfect rhythm tone. You hear all the strings. It's not muddy, but I mean, to me, it's girthy.
and push that with a pedal, and it takes you to whole new places that you have not been before yet.
Absolutely. Yeah. Cool. Let's do another guitar. Filtrons don't get enough love,
They do not.
but a lot of guys are using them. And on this Fano here, so I want to play this through here and just kind of a very clean, sort of rhythmic.
My spoons.
Yeah. Well, we're in the Ozarks. And then now, let's try it with some dirt here on this bridge pickup. Listen to this thing here. I'm gonna go ahead, you flip it.
Flip it. like that pickup a lot.
I like this guitar.
Yeah,
All right,
guitar.
let's do another one. Does the things that you would expect. That it sounds awesome. PRS Silver Sky, of course. Let's hear what it sounds like with a little bit of dirt. I kind of yanked it out of tune a little bit, but it sounds good.
It's all good.
Throaty, spongy, all the things you want, single coil. I feel like, to me, and maybe it's just me, but this thing just, it sounds awesome with humbuckers and filtrons. It actually sounds really good, the filtrons.
Filtrons are my favorite so far, yeah.
But single coils, I feel like this thing absolutely adores single coils.
It kind of likes them all, yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. Okay, what about doing a quick little A/B with the standard version and the mod shop version?
Let's do it. Okay, so I want to show you something that's very different about these two. Very different. Not just the wattages, but right. So just play an old-fashioned G chord. Okay. Now I'm going to use the switcher, and I'm going to. Very different sound, right? Kind of set the same, but check. Watch this.
Okay.
So keep playing that.
Okay.
Same thing over here. Now listen to what the treble knob does. So much like the early Bad Cats or the hand-wired Bad Cats, it has like a 64 top boost style tone stack in it.
Okay.
So what it does is it does not add treble. What it does is it takes away lows and mids and gives you that kind of scooped kind of sound.
Oh.
Where that becomes really effective is when you have, like, say, a double coil pickup or something that's a little muddy. You can kind of, it's just a mud remover. Just move it to the right. It's like a little mud room in your house, but in the tone stack.
And that's on the treble knob.
On the treble knob.
So the treble knob, I want to make sure I understand, it's not adding anything, it's taking away mids.
Taking away mids and lows.
Yeah,
strategically.
Strategically, yeah. Whereas on this amp, because it's more like you said, the 64 Vox style thing. Whereas on this amp, this is actually is a treble add.
Kind of close to what you would expect with, like, say, a Fender style circuit or something like that.
I got you. So maybe would it be right to say if you're wanting something that's really cutting through more at a lower wattage, the standard version might be a better choice?
It might be, It's kind of brighter, a little, Whereas this is it's more controllable in that sense, right?
Yeah.
But it definitely, the treble is a different frequency.
Yeah, very cool. Let's try something with some grit on it really quick.
All right. I'm gonna use the switcher again.
Yeah.
Manual switcher.
Well, there's nothing in the way. Cable into amp. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Put it on the bridge pickup real quick. I think that sounds awesome.
Now the manual switcher.
Manual switcher.
There we go.
All right, bridge pickup on the Sampson mod.
Throaty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of that mouthful of tone, like Mark Ford used to say.
Yeah. Is it because there's just more mid-range coming out of the amp?
It's a different kind of mid-range, just a completely different tone stack. So you got all the same kind of stuff working in the gain section, but it's going into a completely different tone stack. Mark basically gutted the tone stack from this amp and rebuilt it in this amp.
Okay. So It really is. It's just a different take on this. It's not like this is like negates the existence of this.
Not at all.
Yeah.
This is kind of like it's a brighter, more cutting, kind of refined. This is a little more raw, a little more aggressive, I think.
I like this.
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
Yeah. I like. Yeah.
Well, man, thanks for taking time to go through all of this with us. I think this is going to be, not only is this going to be a great amp and a great addition to the lineup, but I'm really excited about the concept of the mod shop, because I think that addresses your spirit of innovation and also how you really like to meet the need of players out there. Not all of us play the same way. Not all of us have the same situation. And so the mod shop gives a space for that.
It gives us a place to play with ideas without committing to them long term, right?
Yeah.
And if something, if everybody likes it and they really enjoy what we did, maybe we make it a long-term product. But in general, it gives us a place to tweak and play around with stuff.
That's awesome. Well, if you've got more questions about Bad Cat amplifiers, or you just want to talk to me, or you want to find out what John smells like, just give me a call at 417-882-7000. Man, I really appreciate you. You're a friend.
Always.
Absolutely, brother. We'll see you
Over
guys
now.
soon.